The Industrial Revolution in Europe took about a century, and in China, the whole economic revolution took less than 20 years. It's a unique historical phenomenon to see such transformation of an entire society from one stage, agricultural, traditional stage, to modern industrial stage. It's quite a thrill to be a spectator of that or a participant. China has never had a colonial past in the area. And we have had maybe grudges or grievances regarding other Western powers, Europe, etc., because they were present in our country. China has never had this past. That's why the departure point is positive. I mean, we have no reproach. On top of that, China's policy now is never to interfere into inside politics of any country. And that's very important in the Middle East, where a lot of people are interfering because of the nature of the struggles going on in the Middle East. So these are two positive things which a lot of people, not only the Lebanese, yes, but others notice about China. One, it doesn't have past, it doesn't have any desire to interfere in our countries, or to change regimes, or to influence or anything. It just does business on an equal basis. And that is why there is a positive outlook regarding China. And as I said, it's across the board in the Middle East, but particularly in Lebanon. When the president and the prime minister were chosen a year ago, they were reflecting a certain will of the population. I mean, they had an agenda which was not secret. They said it. They said what they were going to do. The agenda is there. As I said, the challenges are enormous. I don't know how fast they can go without, as they say, rocking the boat. I mean, the Chinese have a very prudent and careful way of conducting broad policies. They don't want to have an economy going awry, etc. So they have to do it while the economy is still running fast, it's still growing. I mean, the aim was harmony and prosperity for the majority of the population, which is part of the culture. Even when you know, it's different from us in the Middle East when we, in our religious practice here, the aim of any religious exercise is to ask for prosperity and peace. In our case, it's other aims. But here it's simply prosperity, luck, and peace. And it's a very practical approach to one's personal dreams or what we seek. So if this is the Chinese dream, it's a very human dream. I mean, all human beings have this dream. But you made it one of the practical aims of individuals. It's an enormous market, and it's an enormous production line. It's both things. The fact that China is now the first trade partner in the world is a benefit to the whole world. I mean, some people say that if it were not for China, the recession in the in Europe would have been much greater. Actually, they had the market, the Chinese market, to save them from the recession in many fields. I don't know how well would GM or Mercedes do without the Chinese market. I mean, and a lot of things are like that. It's an enormous market. And also the Chinese now, they have a tendency to travel a lot and to spend a lot outside. I think the Chinese tourists are some of the most spendthrift when they travel abroad. And this is also very important. And China produces a very wide range of products for a lesser cost than what they would have been produced elsewhere. It is an enormous benefit for everybody. The emergence of China, since 30 years to now, has changed the world economy and benefited the world economy. And I think everybody knows it. That's why they cooperate with China. They fight a little bit with China about certain trade issues, which are very small, very, limited compared to the broad picture, which is basically interaction and cooperation because it's mutual interests.